who say go do near good year hon sensemi no. Eye African kwan na ye leaders no. A good year be a death trap emaye. Now and then I make a book with Why Nations Fail. And it's an interesting book to read, Nana.
Okay.
It's very interesting to read. Why Nations Fail. Me mouse soft copy no. Me send you a soft copy no.
Onye ni pabonia book bebre o mam soft copy. Me da copy.
Nana say no no timi save or cloud.
It's fine.
Anti mo na makoma no you can save it in the cloud. Now adia ba ko a pay me drew page 89. Me chance on a quotation bia is so la say when leaders don't solve problem, the problem become the leader and the leader become the problem. When leaders don't solve problems, the problem become the leader and the leader become the problem. In African for that, and that is why nations fail. Nations fail because leaders fail to solve problems.
Okay. So
the problem end up becoming the leader, and the leaders become then the problem. Into back country be a nation failure, and or categorize a mind into two: extreme rich and extreme poor. And a drew may be on the same tangent, you know, mind be or other country is super rich. And in the same countries and regions are super rich, others are super poor. And also the reason is that in those areas area super rich, you know, the leaders are able to solve the problem. So the problem don't become the leader. Enti Swaminano, 14 July. The people of Swami who Osechi Mensa Bonsu has a problem. And they started attacking him as a problem. Meanwhile, you should have solved that problem long ago.
Hot news all
time.
time.
Until leader I would see me what me petty NDC mono. It's a problem or solve it. Other than that, no, a man for one say one problem no problem in an ho. Problem be the same. Ona ma dia man for can I say it on this show. I didn't know ya your position. Yatina sema petty ya wa ban tembia ditemi and ra will be sad that frontal question and love is say why is it that for the past 12 years concurrently no NPP seem to always fronting the argument.
The battle is always fought on their terms.
On their terms. And we in the NDC must also bring our terms. And that's the truth. And you see,
the battle is always fought on MPP's terms.
Marcus Cicero can say to win an election, first win the argument. And MPP always seem to be leading on the argument. Yeah, it is a moment to do introspection and accept your weakness. So for me, and that question out to my general, I love it. We shouldn't allow the MPP to determine the pace. Your opposition. It is a moment to do our things a bit quicker. And you see, Kwame, the danger for we in this and say MPP away on election. They can infiltrate our ranks to choose leaders for us. And it is something now, well, you can choose to agree or not, but baby, I'm a Tino, me wa Blekuma, me Frisunyano West. I can tell you, say, if the MPP want to infiltrate, they can do. And to do maybe a some way, somehow, no. If you are a leader, now one solve a problem, be the problem and I become the leader, and the leader become the problem. Quick and I end. My ready agreement with Finance Committee of Parliament, the loan agreement, no, my signing, no, and it's insulting the intelligence of Ghana for. Now, I'm mean ready page 12 of the agreement, and I will read here. Okay, said Dr. Bawumia said he prefers a Ghana card to an interchange.
Not an interchange. Thousands of
interchanges. Nana. Bosia aban we kobon or ya approve we are kobono. After the interchange need akotene. How deceptive the MPP is. Page 12 of the 13 of the loan agreement, no. Bawumia say Ghana card they valuable change interchange, you know. Where a finance committee report, so straight from Parliament. Parliament in Sana Shasi. You can see it, and it is signed by Honorable Kweku Kwatin, Chairman Finance Committee, and Message Joanna A.S. Ajay, Clark Finance Committee. Document straight from Parliament. Bawumia na catch Ghana for say a Ghana card is valuable to 1,000 interchange. I feel low no more cordino. Yenche the omudi low neba be. 1. Eye of Ankon Road. 2. Eduso Konongu Road. 3. Completion of Nsewam Apedwa Road project. 4. Swami interchange. Tieni yo. Abayna the vice president to say Ghana card they valuable than 1,000 interchange, you know. Afraid your kwako bobo siya beye interchange. Number 5, completion of Flower Port interchange Legon Accra. Have you seen how deceptive the MPP is? Busia na okobono. O say Ghana card who won fast watching Busia bo. Tuni interchange. Afraid your kwako bobo siya and the Busia na obono. Ne 11 project no interchange inquire 4 out of 11 projects.
When you sky Ghana card,
it should tell you. No, you see, it should tell you, and for a term loan. A term loan, and term loan, what you put in it, what you must use the money for. And Kwame, there is something serious about this loan. It comes with a promissory note. You can say a promissory note in the Economist. What it means, and they say, me mausika. But Mama dear be a yan who bear chances a way to am about the Tama for Padeno. And it comes at a cost. See,
you're watching Juicy News on YouTube. Hot news all time.
And Manyan and TSA minority file a vote of censure on him. I'm waiting to see whether that motion will go through or not. Because you see, in this agreement, a buyer will have to issue a promissory note. Say, upon collateral band dia konyinan, e was so sign ma Afri Exim Bank a promissory note.
Letter of comfort.
Exactly. And as a woman, already a finance agreement in them. And that is what the MPP, for me, I see, say, we in the NDC must lead in the argument. In the next election, we should not and never allow the MPP to lead the narrative. Because you see, the BIA show clearly said they've lost the argument and they have to lose the election. So going forward, some agreement to a crowd, as opposed to MPP say, assembly or man can they live contrary to that. And it is very shameful and very bizarre. Because I was never expecting MPP within a short time to make a U-turn and to go for a loan to do interchanges. Meanwhile, Bawumia demonize interchange.
Nipana no ho hipa wukrum ha no. Na Emra minua ba kwa wo MPP. Wo hunu me wo say, "Hey, Kateche. What happened?" Now say, "Are, just wo hunu no bi nanum sa. Hey, Kateche, what happened?" Now say, "Are. Hey, I say party na ka wa party na. What's that when you are who na say sanam tie. Me bomfa chance nyina sa. Ogo bisa ama me akosu abene wa no nya no hyamra wo bia je se da bia no me ba ye mra bibiro ha mtugui. Etime sanam tie. Akufo Addo ntimi ni se wono afi. We dey fa number ma me na me fa na so be kana kire. Na me amakrekire. The gentleman said, and beauty, my fan starting free so. And the messenger here, Enra, your document, Enra, you share a year info analytics, one more a sabia, one more diaba. Meaning so or copy dia. Oh, yes. One more sabia, one more diaba. Relevant aspects, no. One can some person but to two, baby, I'm Ophelia, and I say, I can according to said. Okay, beauty.
Baby, I'm a pen.
Baby, I'm a pen.
You must sell it to me, doom primary. What I say, a young crown. Now, if you're not moody, I'm a 10 nama. Now, dear crown. What your crowns? So, was a year to a year from say 1995 from Colando. Now you're too sadia. You are for Sadi Coconocura. And those are some of those who are moody. Now, Otia, or the crown, one was a jagum. No, I got 10 out of crown, no jagum. Now, is a woman daily letter. I know Facebook baby. They don't understand. They don't understand.
Of course.
And today, come on.
You have to the IFM.
Kwame won't say a precursor to global info analytics, Afro barometer.
Right.
And Afro barometer clearly, say Oshe page 18. I show the assessment of government economic performance for the past 10 years. Now, the worst of Mahama is better than the Akufo Addo's best economically. And the data shows. In fact, so far, 2012, 14, 17, 19, 2020, the change at the end of MPP, in terms of management of the economy, negative 29. What it implies, and they say, Omo buy no one share or my my economy not sinking. And Nana confirmed the finance committee report to say, "Sir, buy yes, Canada, the nation is running into bankruptcy." Already report here. There's a minor jija. And Sabana and $750 million loan now. There's no way a Ghana Benya baby afa. And it is
you
in
are
this
watching
report.
Juicy News on
And
YouTube.
For me,
hot news all time.
Or financial management aseno. I'm not here to praise Mahama. But I think say we need him back. Dear Odechichire Maino, Ghana needs him back. Because for example, Bawumia ye economist. Nanado on the first degree with the accounts or sign your lawyer. So you'd have expected say they will bring some of this professionalism to bear. Nanam pro minim. You would have expected say this knowledge need to be brought to bear. For example, Benny lawyer me boy. And this now mami read the answer. Or say consequently, non-resident investors in Ghana domestic bond market are pulling out of the country.
Okay.
From a high of 35% share of shareholding in domestic bond to a proportion of 16%. You can non-resident investors. Omoye amamfo ewo amanonea ombe toye ye bonds. Don't forget se woka se wo issue bonda. Se wo ton sika.
Okay.
The onti bondas na fashion otimu se bond eye katenten. Ena treasury bill ye ka ye tietia. Enti se odo wo outside Ghana. Na odo sika ba be to Ghana ka Ghana sika ni bia eye bond. Na the people we can say non-resident investors are first no omudu omu sika ba man ni mu no. First na under Mahama's term no omudu do 35%. And now ye ka say no and now say economy na reduce into no or more reduce from 35% to as low as 16%. Now so why or must not reduce out to 15%. What it means is say Sarkophone ne pulu musika out of the economy. Now so read Global Info Analytics report now. And me person me fun free the executive summary. And so baha ade adam akoma so first Japan royalty deal. Now I mean quote to say
Japan royalty.
The deal, the Oko executive summary no. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we find say page 4 of the report. And the Japan will say on whether the government should proceed with the Japan deal, 68% of voters oppose the transaction, while 24% support it. On party affiliation, on party affiliation to the opposition, 58% of MPP supporters oppose it. And it is instructive.
Yes.
Everybody would have expected say MPP need the support to Japan. But according to Global Info Analytics opinion poll ending July, no, or say offer MPP for nipa 100 BR, emo 58% say Japan deal enya the papa.
Nipa 100 emo 58.
58 say enya. While 79% of MPP supporters oppose it. Neti hana yeme deno. With the floating voters being 71%. And the MPP 58%. And this is 79%. Floating voters 71%. That is a good news for Ghana. What it means is that NDC will be able to shape the civil society more to join us. Because you are having 79 and 71. And even you are getting 58 from their own background. Adia ba konsoso a me de sedun ajapade de mi but me ba Mahama approval rating so. Continuously Mahama approval rating kosro. And so we executive summary page 2 now. So compare Mahama to Bawumia. Mahama's approval rating is 58%, Bawumia 31%. So what the ba Alana, Mahama enam 61%, but Alan 30%.
You are watching Juicy News on YouTube. Hot news all
where
time.
You are exactly.
Because it be say where NDC won.
It could be higher.
MPP won. There are difference in the margin.
But then this becomes an average. Nana remember the direction of the country.
Okay.
So about direction of the country, hana yemi deno. According to Afrobarometer, 85% of Ghanaians said the nation was heading wrongly. Info Analytics, in April it was 67%. In July, 76%. What it means is say Nanado is falling drastically. On the 4th month of the year, he had an approved rate of 67% in wrong direction. But you move over July, no, I move from 67% to a whooping 76%. Exactly. In April he was 67%. But Odu July, no, were performing worse
than in April.
Then it means say Amamu no say and we compare of an even a ma to mema on gender. So far no gender kwadia a worse ma Akufo Addo. On gender basis, you know, it's even 77% worse. So the conclusion of it is say data will not prove say MPP co-position, but I have a single fear.
Even to top up the Okan
yes.
Wamubusa nipa ne bebre se mojidi se omisa Akufo Addo ni akire bunu mu de.
Right.
But mo wogidi se wo besesa nadwene. Amia wamu se wo mojidi se Akufo Addo e besesa nadwene. Eye 29%.
29%.
Wamu se
the aka.
Yayi de be na we. Eye 60%. Now, usher the margins from a year April and July, a movie from 54% of people who don't believe that Akufo Addo can do anything better to 60%. That means 6% Abe can win in a matter of just 3 months.
To worsen it. Nana call President job approval. Oko job approval. In April, the approval rate no crowd 27%. In July, it's about 23%. So you see, Nanado is on the free fall. Diminishing marginal returns are Chenanado. And in diminishing marginal returns, you go and hit negative. Ya when you lose a yen to abano. Nana na why can kill me. Almost more you can come now, the shoe never come. I wasn't your friend wasn't killing me, or the shoe never come.
Or you go
come now. And the Quarter end 2024 no the shoe never come. And koye. And to end this in your bad no how back. And you know me share Professor Kenatefa. Or can send be na me shame. Or say Ghana card data is available for the Electoral Commission of Ghana. TV3, maybe I was watching it. And the news. So what it means that there is a bigger conspiracy theory. And I said this thing long ago, say, Kwame, the next election will not be fought on physical. And your macho manu, it will be cyber, IT. And the Ghana data head, or say, yeah, your data is available for government for use. And which organization? Electoral Commission of Ghana. Now the CI Akwa do parliament. I have a suggestion for the Parliament of Ghana. They should engage more cyber forensic experts. Because you see, the next election will not be fought on strength. 2020 no the 20 asekan and the defeat you. Say one who says Sadia man or the bar obeshiano. So the 2024 will not be fought on the battle of the gun.
News on YouTube.
And your violence.
Hot news all
and your
time.
physical. And your cyber. In Tabra, said Professor Kenatefa said the data is available. No, I got scared. Why will he come out at this time? At the time I used to see I call parliament. Could there be a certain collusion between them?
Data is available so as to handle for
exactly.
Register
exactly. And then
but even on that same card thing, kwan bi wo ho as me hu say aban we sebse bi wo mabodam kakra. Also by 30th of this month. Ubetwa nkrofo cards mewa. Me no ka senso nkrofo gu eye MTN Vodafone officer omo register through no fault of DS no. MTN Vodafone ntimi en register ma wo mo. Eti so mo tedam wo na se 30th na so. Na MTN Vodafone ntimi register ma wo ma. O se metwa wo mo card because you register.
Na now say and the news na bra na me hear Professor Kenatefa no ho. I got an impression say